Friends, Greg Newmaster coming at you again with another action figure review. Today I have Medicom Mafex Nightwing from the Batman Hush comic book storyline. If you haven't read it, check it out. It is a great Batman story drawn by the legendary Jim Lee. That alone is enough to check it out because his art is phenomenal. If you like the video, please like and subscribe and help me to build my channel. So anyhow, I ordered this figure, I think it was back in 2020, pre-ordered. I get it from Plaza Japan, or got it from Plaza Japan. They're a pretty good Japanese store. They've never done me wrong. They get things quickly. Especially if you want something Japanese regarding action figures. So Mafex, that's a really good place if you like those figures. Nightwing, man, one of my favorite comic book characters of all time. The OG sidekick, Dick Grayson himself, the original Robin, who eventually ascends to manhood and becomes Nightwing to step out of the shadow of Batman. And eventually is the successor to Batman on and off in different storylines. So he's just a great character. He was always sort of the light to Batman's darkness. He was happy. He was fun. He took joy in crime fighting, where Batman was dark and brooding and wounded. So they were good contrast to one another. Now we have like Damian Wayne as Robin, and that's Bruce Wayne's son, from Talia al Ghul, and he's darker, if not crazier, than Batman. So, you know, Dick Grayson was just always the good contrast. He certainly inspired Stan Lee. Stan Lee talks about how he created Spider-Man as a teenager based on Robin as like the sidekick. Also, the X-Men were all teenagers. Who else am I forgetting in the Marvel universe? But anyhow, it doesn't matter. He's the prototype. I mean, we're talking about all the way back to the late 1930s, the creation of this character. So, gotta give him respect. A lot of fondness in my heart for Dick Grayson, Robin, aka Nightwing. So let's check this baby out, get it open. I've been looking forward to this figure for a long time. Mafex make my favorite comic book action figures. The articulation is perfect. The sculpt is perfect. Everything you would want. So let's check this out. Nice box. There's an image on the side. There's an image on the back, all the different dynamic poses you can get, and the accessories, different head sculpts. There we go. Here's the bottom, just to make sure it's an authentic figure. They always have this sticker on there. It's a hologram sticker. You can see it. It says Medicom Toy Official. And I already cut the tape on the top, so let's pull them out. By the way, if you're watching a video like this for the first time, just a tip, it's good to preserve these boxes if you want to resell them for collector's items. You can always get them, you can always resell them on the secondary market if you need some extra cash or you just don't want the figure. Really nice Hush image on the inside from the comic. That's Jim Lee's artwork, 100% there. They also give you a certificate of authenticity in the box as well. And you can scan it with your phone. I guess register the figure, which is pretty hardcore in my opinion. Here's the stereotypical stand that they always give. I'm not going to open this up. And I'm going to pull this open without dumping all the little pieces all over the place, because every single time I make one of these videos, that's exactly what happens. So, I'm going to just try and carefully... Nope, see, something already fell out. One of his batons. I'm going to be very careful. So let's pull the figure out. And he's nicely bagged. I mean, they go to town to preserve. Oh, this is really nice. So just pulling the figure out, I was curious about the body sculpt because it seemed like they had been using the same body sculpt for the Jim Lee figures with like Wolverine and Cyclops. And this is a slimmer body sculpt, but it's not like Spider-Man's. So it's like a nice medium body sculpt. So he looks really great. Beautiful figure. That's what he looks like from the back. I just like look at the detail of the cloth on his butt. Like it's stretching. There's that nice sculpt of stretch fabric there on his pants. The hair looks fantastic. Just look at that level of detail. It's a bluish tinge, even though he has black hair. But in the comics, it's a little bit too blue, in my opinion. He essentially has blue hair. He should have black hair with just slight blue highlights, which is very different from the box. I mean, the box, it looks more black than blue, in my opinion. But anyhow, if you really shine the light on it, it's blue. I don't like how in Hush, Jim Lee did this as well, or whoever the coloring artist was. They made his mask blue. I don't like it blue. I like it black. When he was in this costume in his own series, his mask was black with blue highlights. So, I don't know. I just prefer that. But he looks great. The hair sculpt looks good. Let's compare him to, this is my DC Icons Hush. From the DC Icons line. See, this one has a black mask. The hair looks way better. And just the overall head sculpt, in my opinion, from the Mafex version. And we have a lighter blue on the Nightwing symbol. And it just looks really good. Let's go over the articulation. They have the best articulation. So, I mean, you can get him into some wonderful poses. Just a straddle. We got the butterfly joints. You want to be careful with that. Lots of flexibility there. You just want to be really careful because you don't want to scratch this paint. It is a collector's item. We have a pretty decent ab crunch. Back bend, really nice. Nice. I mean, holy cow. I mean, talk about head articulation. You can do whatever you want with that. So up and down. Looks really good. It's actually a little bit out of alignment, you know, moving it around, so you want to be careful. We got articulation in the top of the torso with the diaphragm. We also have crunch in the hips where the lower abs are. So you have a full range of torso movement. We got the drop down hips where we can get a high kick. He can pretty much do a split. Just look at the detail on the bottom of the shoe there, by the way, on his boot. Looks fantastic. We got toe articulation, ankle pivot. We got the double jointed knees, which is one of my favorite innovations of all time on action figures. We got double jointed elbows. There is a bicep swivel, wrist articulation. So these just have the tiny little pegs. So you want to be careful there because that can be fragile. And if you're a little bit too aggressive, you can snap it off. So you always want to be really careful. But I mean, like I said, this Mafex is just awesome. It blows the icons out of the line or out of the water in terms of articulation. It's like you can barely do anything with this. It's like they have the articulation, but it's really tight. And it's not very dynamic. So, beautiful, beautiful figure. Gonna set him back there for the moment. And take a look at some of these accessories. We also get an alternate head sculpt. So, he has a nice angry face there. Once again, there's a nice looking hair. I don't know. No, the hair is exactly the same. He just has an angry face in that one. And pop that off and pop that on. Yeah, so I prefer the standard head that came with him. And what else do we have? Pop that buddy back on there like so. What else do we have? We have his sticks that he comes with. It's slipping my mind right now. I forget what these are actually called in martial arts. Batons of some sort. That's not what they're called though. Somebody comment and remind me what these are called. But they're his battle sticks, his batons. And this one is a wired one. So sort of like a Daredevil thing. Where he can swing on that. I actually like the Icons one better. Because you can port this on the tip of it. And then it has a grappling hook batarang on the end of it. So I just thought that was a nice touch. But you could do some cool posing with this one. I want to say, like, it's not shurikens. Those are like the knives. We'll just call them his battle batons. So I don't know why they did this. You have an option of a removable back to hold the baton. So I'm actually going to put this on because I prefer that. Like, it should just be on there. Versus having a, I don't know how you just pull this apart and like break it off. Yeah, okay. So this comes off. Yeah, see, like, I mean, they give you an option, but, oh, look, that's pretty neat. That's what it looks like on the inside. And so they give you the option, I guess, of the clean back, but I like that he has these on his back. And then he can just hold, you can clip the batons in like so. And there you go. And that's how Nightwing carries them around anyhow. You pop them both in like so. You get a couple hand options. So you can switch a hand off there. And then they put a peg in here. And all it is it gives him the twirling effect. You just pop that in there like that. And it looks like he's twirling his batons and he's about to kick some butt. So you have that option if you want. You get two of those, one for each side. And then you get a set of open hands. And the logo's like painted all the way down his fingers. His middle finger and his ring finger. A little bit more closed hands. And get some just sort of like karate chop, flat ninja hands. And then you get, I'm probably going to use these hands. And these are the hands that would hold his batons. So I'll switch those out real quick. As you can see. And then I'll pull one out and slip it in like so. And then you can have him hold, let's see here. And then you can have him hold his battle batons. It's driving me crazy that I can't remember what those are called. They're not nightsticks. I mean, goodness, I used to train with them in martial arts. Back when I did Taekwondo, when I was young, like we had these all the time. But yeah. So there you go. You have those, and I'll probably pose him with these, which is awesome. And he looks fantastic. Just a great figure. I love Nightwing. Like I said, I can't wait for a Tim Drake Robin, which is definitely coming because that is the best looking Robin costume in my opinion. And I would love a classic Dick Grayson Robin in the pixie shorts. I know that's the Robin that always gets made fun of, but I would still like to see that just because it's an iconic costume. And then you can, this is a bendy wire, so you can pose this like however you want. So very awesome figure. So anyhow, Nightwing, guys, Medicom Mafex, they just kick butt. They do such a good job. Just so you can see, here he is with the Mafex Batman, just to get a comparison. Batman and Robin, guys, together. One quick look. I do believe, yeah, Batman is bulkier and thicker than Nightwing. He looks bigger, which he should be. Nightwing should be very slender, shorter, a little bit more athletic than Batman. That's how he's always been portrayed. Yeah, and Batman looks taller. So awesome. If you liked the video, guys, please like and subscribe, and God bless you all. Peace.